I'm trying something new. First of all, this is Emily. I'm Emily, and this is Queen MJ's Tarot. Welcome to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Also, it helps me get through YouTube's algorithms. Share the video with anybody you think might like the video. For those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and your returning visits to my channel. I love to hear how the readings resonate, so if you feel comfortable doing so, please comment and leave me information as to how it did resonate. If you're not open doing so, you know, on a public forum, then you can always DM me or email me. I'm open to that, definitely. I'll leave information in the description box below as far as how you can reach me to set up a personal reading. Please bear in mind that these are general readings, so of course I'm not going to pick up on every single Aries out there, but you know, apply the messages as they fit. If it doesn't fit at all, don't force apply it. It's not for you, it's probably for somebody else. Also, energy is not linear, so it bounces back and forth. So I could be talking about you, I could be talking about your loved one or someone that you're dealing with. The roles could be reversed. Just take it as it applies, if it applies to you, and you'll know it if you hear it and you know that it applies to you. So without further ado, I decided not to do the shuffling because I think it takes time, and I've just been having like technical difficulties uploading the videos, and I figure, well, let me cut out the shuffling. But if it means that much to you guys, let me know. I will definitely go back to that. Some people like to see the shuffling, some people don't. I did take some notes about some stuff. First of all, so to begin with, for your reading, this is for mid-July, by the way. Mid-July for Aries, so this could be for your, if you're Aries rising, sun sign, moon sign, or possibly even Venus, you know. And if this reading doesn't resonate, please go check out your other signs. They might resonate in other aspects of your life. Like I said, just take it as it fits. And yeah, so I initially pulled 2 runes for you, and you got a rune called Fio first, right? Which is this one. I don't know if you guys can see it. I really don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to point it to the light, but yeah, Fio. It looks like an F, but like the lines going up. And this is about wealth and all money matters, right? So that's like stability, grounding, things that you want to nurture, put your energy into, things that will hopefully grow for you and bring you abundance, right? So you also got the os, which is the other thing that looks like an F, but the lines are going down. And this is speaking on communication and sound reasoning. So it's almost like you're trying to manifest something. You're trying to manifest some dreams come true. You're trying to manifest, I feel like, some kind of opportunity, like a wealth or some kind of money opportunity, a promotion maybe, a raise, you know, a career that you never thought you could manifest, but you're trying to because something in you is telling you that you can have this. But you need to be clear is what I'm picking up on the os, why you got that. This may actually be a career in communications of some sort, where you definitely need to set boundaries. You need to be clear about what, you know, you just need to be clear about the way you communicate things. And part of communication is also listening, right? Not just talking. So I don't know why when I was kind of sitting in your energy, I kept hearing complicated. It's complicated and beautiful mess. Like, but like you're a beautiful mess, you know what I mean? So don't get offended, you know, I'm just the messenger, okay? And I was trying to pick up on a song for you, and I got Identikit by Radiohead. If I find the link actually to this song, I will definitely leave it in the description box below. So unless I forget, because I'm just kind of scatterbrained lately like that. But you know, I will definitely try to remind myself to leave that link in the description box. But to me, I interpreted this as a denial thing, if that makes any sense. Like, it's just something that you don't want to know about, you don't want to see, you don't want to hear about. Kind of like, if I don't know about it, if I don't hear about it, if I don't see it, it's not really happening type of thing. Like, and I know that there were certain lyrics in the song that say, when I see you messing me around, I don't want to know. You understand? Broken hearts make it rain, pieces of a wreck of mankind that we can't create, that we cannot create. So, and that to me fit right in with the whole beautiful, mass, and complicated thing that I kept getting. So be careful about the things that you choose not to see. And this is kind of a double-edged sword for me, because I do understand that it's really important that you keep in mind the things that you take into yourself, and that's not just like what you drink and what you eat, but it's also like what you listen to, the things that you choose to watch all the time, like on a constant basis, you know, the people you choose to have in your ear or in your head for that matter, things that you choose to focus on, that type of thing. Because when you're trying to manifest a certain opportunity, or trying to manifest a certain lifestyle even, or abundance in your life, you know, you have to keep your vibrations high. And certain things are designed to kind of keep you vibrating on a frequency of like fear and anxiety and kind of stress. And those are not the vibrations that you want to emit from your body into the universe, right? Because we get back what we put out into the universe. Like, we get back what we put out in every way, in how you treat others, in how you treat yourself, and in the boundaries that you choose to set, and the things that you choose to say, the language you choose to use, you know, the people you choose to surround yourself with. Just everything that you emit to the universe is kind of creating the hologram for what you want in your life. So bear that in mind, because some people are still not really aware of that, and they put themselves in a position of like take for example, and I know it's really difficult not to do this right now, but I really try to stay off social media as much as possible, just because with everything that's going on in the world, I'm super sensitive, and I'm like a sponge, and I kind of absorb all of that. And I choose not to absorb all of the negativity. Like, every time I was opening up my Instagram feed was just, you know, just one horror after another. And I know that it's happening, and I don't lie to myself about the fact that it's happening, you know. And I'll write all of the letters that I need to write, and I'll make all the calls that I need to make to politicians and congressmen and you know, whoever I need to reach to make change happen, and I'll boycott whatever I need to boycott. But that's how I choose to go about things. You know, I'm not judging anybody else. However, what I'm saying is, in order to start manifesting things differently, we need to take ourselves out of the space of allowing other things to control our anxieties, our emotions, our like panic, our fears, things of that nature. Because those things, they just tend to kind of multiply. And like I said, that's kind of like the energy you're putting out into the universe. And energy has a boomerang effect, where in fact not only what you put out comes back to you, but it comes back like times 10, you know. So okay, that being said, I did pull 2 Lenormand cards for you, and I ended up getting first and foremost the Gentleman. In this particular deck, I've got 2 Gentlemen. Gosh, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on. Can you see this? Oh, shit. Okay, so take my word for it. If you can't see it, it's the Gentleman. I'm sorry, I'm doing this reading like at nighttime on my porch with like some artificial light over here, and it's not the best. But this is the younger gentleman, and he's kind of about his money, and he makes money, and he has money. He's abundant, right? He's rich. And we also got the stork, right? Again, don't know if you guys can see that, but the stork speaks on change and recurrence and transition, movements, new cycles, and yearning, right? So to me, it's more like a cycle. It feels like repeating itself, right? Whereas this gentleman, or this doesn't really have a sex applied to it, but the Lenormand is a little more straightforward. So this might be a male that you're dealing with, if it's not you yourself, but this is somebody who wants a change. This is somebody who's in the midst of a transition, a new cycle, right? This is somebody who wants something new, but I keep feeling like are caught up in the same old, because maybe you're communicating the same way still. You're not communicating things differently. If the situation is a different thing, I don't know. take it however it resonates. You know, you'll know how it applies to you. But this is a young man who's looking for an opportunity for change, some kind of a transition. Could be change in a relationship, a change at a job. But I did get a lot of coins in your reading. An earth sign might be of significance to you. I'm so tired, I'm sorry. That would be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, right? But it feels very like money oriented, very like career oriented. However, there was a sensation of a relationship-y sort of a feeling as well, but I almost feel like one begets the other. Like if you can, you're almost manifesting everything all at once, like one big entire sort of hologram. That's the only way that I can put it. Okay, so yeah, I wrote notes as I was going along for things that were being like downloaded, but so I got the first card out for you is the Queen of Wands, right? This is your energy, Aries. This is fire energy. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? And the Queen of Wands is confident, and she knows what she has, and she knows what she wants. She doesn't have to rush for anybody. She's passionate, she's creative, and she knows how to work with what she has, right? This is very much your energy. The next card out is the Knight of Swords. So I feel like you're wanting to go rushing in with some sort of communication towards somebody, right? The Knight of Swords in this card is not on a horse as in the usual Rider-Waite deck. But he cuts right to the chase almost, right? Like there's a clarity about him. There's a knowing about him. There's a sense of, you know, he knows what he wants. He sets his lines in the sand, and he's just going to go for what he wants, but he's just kind of, this is a card of a message coming in. This is like a communication coming in. This is like someone rushing in, possibly an air sign, not necessarily. But when I asked what you were rushing in towards, oddly, I got the Five of Swords. So like, this is a card for me of a like, normally either defeat or it's normally defeat, right? Because it's normally like the guys in the background with like two swords, one sword each, and they're usually kind of beat up, and there's like a dude at the forefront looking back at them, and he's got three swords collected in his hands, and he's like obviously won whatever battle they've had. So it's a card of either defeat or, for me in this case, is kind of like a by any means necessary sort of a feeling. If you'll take note that she's got the gas mask on and she's got her knives on the table, and it's almost like she's like ready for anything, right? So you are feeling like you want to rush in with some communication. However, I get the sense that you're being super guarded about the way that you communicate, which makes sense because you did get the rune for communication. And you do need to be guarded about the way you communicate, but it's almost like you're being guarded to the extent of it's not an equal give and take. Like it's like, I get the sense that somebody else is opening up to you totally, and you've got your protection on and you're like ready for anything. If they say like the wrong thing, you're ready to like defend yourself. You're not opening up the same way, it feels like, okay? But it also feels like, okay, this is a card of your manifestation. Like, you're going to get what you want by any means necessary. So you're going to be careful what you put out, what you communicate to the universe, because you're looking for that Ace of Coin, right? You're trying to find something stable. You're trying to find that, like, that like, this is what's going to bring my money in. This is what's going to bring in my abundance. This is what's going to bring in that bag, right? And you also got the Page of Cups. So it's almost like there's something that whatever this is that's going to bring you this Ace of Coins is an opportunity that you feel is going to make you very happy. It's going to make you feel fulfilled. It's going to make you feel, something you're passionate about, probably something you have a lot of. It's something you want to put your energy toward, right? I feel like there's a collaboration here with the Lover's card here. Just a side note, some of you might be seeing 55, 5, 555, a lot, 6, 666, 66, sorry, 666. However that resonates for you, but I feel like those numbers are important for you, the number 6 and the number 5. So I tend to see my numbers in synchronicities. I feel like somebody here is very intuitive. That's just just an impression. Like, it's somebody that's, you're intuitive, but I feel like, and you're trying to find the answer as to how to go about something that you really want. So this is either, this is where it starts feeling with the Lover's card. Like, this could be a collaboration if this is a work-related reading, but this is something that's going to bring you a lot of abundance and happiness if this is a work thing, or just a lot of blessings. But I also feel like this falls in line with what you're trying to manifest, and this could also be, aside from the money, a very stable and long-term relationship, right? You got the 5 of Coins, which is usually a card for me of feeling left out in the cold. If you'll notice, this guy is like happening upon these two over here, having like a secret meeting, probably about him, you know, because I did get with this card, the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I did notice that at the time, which is a very confident man. He's very passionate. He's kind of almost cocky sometimes, you know, but he knows what he wants. He goes after it, and nothing's going to stop him, right? He's like that fire energy. So, and this guy almost seems to know that they're like, yeah, I know you're talking about me, you know, yeah, talk about me, like, hate on me. He looks almost smug about that shit, right? And the King of Wands could be that, you know. So this could be people talking about you. This could be that you're well known. This could be this. That's not usually my feeling that I get from this card. It's usually more of a, like, kind of a taking a walk to have some time for yourself and get time to either think or reflect or make a decision or whatever have you. Or it's a card of, depending on what falls with it, being left out in the cold. This is very much a card of like introspection for me. You also got the 8 of Swords, which made me feel like you know, this card is really interesting because it kind of looks like there's a bunch of swords coming at him, but then if I started noticing these puzzle pieces, which I've had this deck for a while and I don't think I've ever actually noticed this, but this is very much a card of changing your perspective, because the swords are not really swords. They're just kind of cut out into the wall, and you can see him sticking his hand through the wall, you know, trying to feel his way around. He's got this blindfold on. Usually this is a card of being kind of in a mental prison, but something that you could definitely get out of. And look, this is obviously something that he's trying to get out of, but this is a card for me in this deck about changing your perspective. Because if I look at the card a certain way, it looks like daggers coming at him, and if I look at it from really, I guess, what the artist intended for it to be, and I just never realized before, yeah, they're cutouts in the wall. So it's a matter of perspective and how you look at this, right? You can look at it as, oh my God, I'm stuck and there's daggers coming at me, or you can look at it as, wait a minute, let me feel my way around and see if I can find another way out of this situation or through this situation, right? Okay, so those cards, I do have some clarifiers for those, but I wanted to touch on some of these because I did have some where I looked at the bottom of the deck for them. Something you're trying to offer your energy to, you are not doing the equal give and take. Somebody here, or somebody is not giving the equal give and take. They are expecting more than they give. I think this is your energy though, with the mask on and the 5 swords, kind of ready for anything, ready to argue, like at the drop of a dime, like, you know, anything that anybody says, you know, you're just ready for this conversation. But I don't feel like you're being fair, or the other person isn't being fair. I don't know. Okay, let's just start with the Knight of Swords. Where's the Knight of Swords? Okay, so the Knight of Swords, to me, this is the message coming in, right? This is you going full steam ahead to communicate whatever it is that you want to communicate, or somebody else coming in to communicate with you, and you're feeling like, yeah, go ahead, speak. But I'm going to listen to you, but I'm not going to communicate because I'm ready for whatever the fuck you have to say to me, right? However, this seems like something that you're trying to manifest, so that doesn't really fall in line with what you're trying to put out there. because it feels very like kind of closed off, that energy. But yeah, initially that came out with the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is like ultimate goals for happiness, right? So you want to move full steam ahead toward this thing that you think is going to make you super happy, this opportunity. But at the same time, I also got the Hanged Man that popped out at the same time. I put it back because I thought it was not meant to come out. But it kind of came out later on in a different deck. But the Hanged Man is all about changing your perspective. He's the guy who you see hanging from a tree. Usually, like, people think, oh my God, you know, he's like, he's either sacrificed himself or he's just hanging and he can't get out of that situation. But if you look closer, the Hanged Man always has everything he needs to get himself out of a situation. And usually he's put himself into that situation. In this particular deck, I'm trying to remember the card and visualize it. In this particular deck, when I looked at the Hanged Man that popped out, this guy was staring at a mask. So it's almost like a card of like changing perspective to look at yourself and sort of judge yourself and decide what changes you can make to yourself in order to change your exterior, if that makes sense. Like, it's like as above, so below, as within, so without. You understand? Like, whatever's inside of you is the reality that you're going to project outside of you, because I told you it's really important to kind of monitor how you feel. That's why it's important to monitor what you're thinking, what you're listening to, what you're seeing, you know, what music you hear, like what programs you choose to watch. If it's horrific shit all the time, then, you know, whether you realize it or not, you're going to have some underlying fear or anxiety around this topic or this thing. And, you know, that's why it's important to see what you're putting out there. So the Hanged Man is kind of taking stock of everything and seeing how to shift perspective, right? How to shift perspective like this guy and see things differently so you can find your way through the maze, right? It's also kind of a card about delays and falling back. So this could be indicative of rushing forward the way that you want to, and why I see so much kind of give and take and so much duality in this reading. You want to rush forward, but you're holding that. Yeah, look, like you want to rush forward with this communication, this clarity, but at the same time you're holding yourself back. Like you're not showing your cards, right? Let's see. I got the impression that, yeah, like I said, the Hangman has everything he needs to get out. But just like you're almost like you're finding everything just out of grasp. But you know what you want. You know how you want to communicate it. You know what you want to say. You know how it makes you feel. You know how it would feel to have this thing or to move forward with this thing that you're trying to lay the foundation for. But it's like you're trying to make sure everything is just so. This is very calculated, this reading. It's interesting because this is a way to accomplish this, whatever this is that you're trying to manifest. Now, I did get the Judgment at the bottom of the deck with the Lover's card. So that's very much a card of something coming to light, like something coming to light, something rising from the dead. I kept hearing really want to wake the dead, but let sleeping dogs lie. So this is that, again, that duality, that kind of give and take, that push and pull that I was talking about, which is so weird. Also, at the Ace of Coins, I had the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is all about long-term plans for finances, having made a decision, your ships having come in, and you now moving forward with long-term plans for the long haul with this decision. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read my notes and I like tend to scribble and then I can't read my fucking handwriting. Page of Coins came out with the Page of Cups. So, oh yeah, okay, the Page of Coins, I'm sorry, because I have another Page of Coins next to this. Those are clarifiers, though. We'll get to that. The Page of Cups, this is like that offer that you want to make, that opportunity you want to move forward with, that you just know this is like what you want to put your energy toward, and you feel like it's a stable opportunity, because the Page of Coins is about planting seeds that are going to grow later on for you, you know. So this is definitely an offer that you feel like is stable. It's going to bring in your coin. It's going to bring in stability. It's going to bring you whatever you are looking for. With the Five of Coins, I did get at the bottom of the deck, that's this card where the guy walks in on like the two people talking about him. So you may actually have people talking about you, talking about how cocky you are, talking about you might be in a spotlight somehow. You might be, you know, just really popular. I don't know. But I did get the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Five of Coins, and that guy is like super cocky, super confident, super passionate, super like creative. Like there's some qualities that you have about you that people envy, and you know, and so this may also be keeping you kind of from moving forward with this communication full throttle. Like you want to make sure that, you know, I don't know why I'm hearing in my head like I don't want people to, you know, like see what I have or see where I'm going. Like you don't want people to know what you're trying to manifest, so it's not jinxed, whatever. I don't know if that's a very specific message, but okay, so let's move on to the clarifiers. You know, sometimes I feel like I sound crazy, but then I hear from you guys and it's like, oh, okay, so that's what that was. That makes total sense. I asked for a clarifier with the Queen of Wands, right? And I got the Nine of Cups. So you're very like content with yourself. You're very satisfied with what it is that you want to move forward with. You know that this is something that's going to make you very happy. This is my Nine of Cups. It's usually a sign of a card of like, you know, that guy sitting in front of the cups and he almost looks smug. He's so content with himself. This particular deck, this woman is giving a golden shower. I guess she's giving a show, right? She's relieving herself. So this is almost like whatever it is that you want to move forward with is going to bring you a lot of happiness. It's going to bring you a lot of relief from a lot of stress. I got the Prince of Cups, so clarifying the Knight of Swords. So the Prince of Cups is a card of opportunity to, it's like the Page of Cups, same thing. This is something you want to move forward with. This is something you want to communicate. You want to communicate how this makes you feel. You want to communicate that this is something you want to put your energy towards, your like nurturing towards, your love, your heart, your everything toward, right? But at the same token, we've got the Five of Swords here again, which is like haunting me in this reading, because it's like, okay, you know what you want, you know how to move forward, you know how to communicate, but you're not. So I don't know if that's part of your game plan or like what. This seems very strategic. When I asked for clarification for the Five of Swords, what I got was the Two of Cups. So this might be an actual partnership or collaboration that you're trying to manipulate. And like I said, this could be both ways. This could be for career. This could be for relationships. But it's like, it's not necessarily the equal give and take, because if you look at the Six of Coins, right, this is, well, it kind of is though, because at first glance, it's kind of an ominous card. It looks like maybe he's doing something to her that she doesn't want done, but really, if you look at the other side, he's rubbing her shoulder. So it's like he's being rough with her, but at the same time, he's comforting her. And that's kind of probably programming her to like certain things. So this is very like a manipulative, I don't know why I get that this is your energy, like you're trying to manipulate not somebody's feelings for you, but the way people see you, maybe. I don't know. Ace of Coins was clarified by the Princess of Coins, which is an opportunity, right? This is an idea. This is an idea that you're moving forward with. This is the opportunity to make this idea bring you everything you want, like everything, like the whole kit and caboodle. It's love here, this is money here, this is business here, this is like advancement here. The Page of Cups is clarified by the Four of Cups and the Three of Coins. Now, the Three of Coins is interesting because this is my card of like kind of collaboration, working, you know, in a team, trying to get something done, right? And that came out with the Four of Cups also. But it's like, to me, I think you're missing something. I think there's something that you're, it's almost like you're trying to change perspective and you're trying to find the answer to something, but you're looking away from the answer. I think the answer is right in front of you, or it's already within your grasp and you just don't see it for some reason. It's like the universe is trying to bring you the way to communicate this, the way to move forward with this, the way to hone your craft, the way to communicate with your team, the way to get something accomplished so that you are successful, right? The Six of Wands. This is my card of victory. This is my card of success. Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, my God. There's a fucking skunk out here. Oh. Oh. Fucking Aries. Let me tell you how much trouble I've been trying to get into your reading for so long today. Okay, Six of Wands. Oh my God, I'm fucking dying right now. And now I can't see the fucking cards clearly. Okay, Page of Cups. Oh my God, is it like right under me? I'm on like a deck. And for sure a skunk just sprayed something because, oh my God, that's really bad. Shh. Woo. I am fucking dizzy from that, okay. So, Page of Cups. Yeah, you want to move forward with something, but you're not seeing the way to do it. You're not understanding how to do so, how to perfect this, how to hone this, how to collaborate successfully, what it is that you feel. Because I got the Lovers with the Ten of Coins. How you feel about this collaboration. So it's very much a work-related situation. But if you can balance this out, you can also balance out whatever relationship issues you have. Oh my God. Sorry, I gotta get through this reading and like get inside because I don't know if the skunk is spraying at me or what. I don't even see the fucking thing. Where is it? Oh, I see it. Oh, fuck my life. It's right down there. Oh no, that's a possum. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, please don't come up here. That's a big fucker. I don't like possums. They creep me out. They look like rats. Oh my God. Stay away. Okay. But there's a skunk then, and so the possum must have scared the skunk. But that shit is like blowing over here with the wind. I'm sorry. I was trying to avoid like wasting time by shuffling, and I'm like talking about skunks, but oh my God, that's really bad. Okay, so yeah, the Lovers is this collaboration. Who you feel like this collaboration with this one person on whatever project this is or whatever idea this is going to bring you the Ten of Coins. Like it's going to bring you your abundance, your happiness, your fame, your accolades, right? You know, people talking about you. You don't give a shit. The Five of Coins. You're loving that shit. You're like, yeah, talk about me. Like, I love it. Taste the haterade, right? This is something that you really want, and you're willing to look past that. Look, the Star clarifying this, right? You really want this, right? Look how thirsty she is, and she's finally getting what she wants. This is something you are so thirsty for. You're so hungry for, and you're trying everything in your power to change perspective, right? With this Eight of Swords. To figure out how to feel your way through this situation. But again, the Hanged Man came out. So this is a card of like falling all the way back in order to change your perspective. To see how you can get this cycle to begin. How you can nurture this idea. How you can get this thing to bring you in what it is that you want. With the Queen of Coins right here as the last clarifying card for the Eight of Swords. This is something that's going to bring you a lot of stability. And it's coming. It's coming. But you need to fall all the way back because I feel like you're not hearing the messages that the universe is sending you. You're not hearing it for some reason. You're not seeing it. You're not understanding what's being put right in front of you. And it's almost like this duality. And it's because of this, because you got this fucking mask on, right? This gas mask. But take off the mask. Do a little introspection. A little self-reflection. Okay? No more deflection. Just really take a look at yourself and see what aspects of yourself need to change. What aspects of yourself need to just be totally killed off, because you got a lot of coins in this reading. Like, this is a totally stable, grounded, things are falling into place. You just need to watch your communication, and you need to watch your collaboration, who you have around you. I told you the energy you put out, which also includes the energy you take in, because that's what makes you put out energy. Right? It's a cycle. It's a give and take. The way we take in breath, we exhale. We inhale, we exhale. Everything has a give and take, right? You need to just be a little more flexible, Aries. Not so rigid in the way you wanted things to work and the way you expect things to work out. You just manifest what you want and be open to the way that the universe brings it to you. So as a final kind of little oracle of advice for you, you know what, I may pull just one more, because I do feel like this is a money-oriented reading. However, all these cards can be interpreted, and applied to different aspects of your life. Interestingly enough, I did get for you sound check. And I started out the reading by telling you, yeah, you need to really watch what you listen to, what you take in, what you take in, really. But this is very much about, for a specific few of you, you may actually have auditory, like a special auditory hearing, psychic senses. So it's like you need to quiet the other noise in order to listen to what the universe is trying to tell you, to what spirit is trying to tell you, to whatever it is. That's for a select few of you, but I do feel like this is very much about your intuition, about the chatter that you allow in your head. Because how can you be in touch with what the universe is trying to tell you if you have constant people in your ear and constant people in your head and constant news in your head and constant, horrible feeds, from Instagram and negative things, things that just don't serve to raise your vibration at all. And that's what we need to do when we're manifesting in order to make those things come to fruition. But I also feel like this is speaking on listening to your inner voice. This is speaking on listening to your own intuition. This is also speaking on try to open your mind, because spirit is trying to communicate with you as to which way is the way you need to go. You're very, very divinely guided. This whole journey of yours is divinely guided, but you just need to loosen up a little bit and be a little less rigid so you can actually feel your way through to the answer, okay? So I don't know, Aries, I hope this resonated for you. Again, please leave me a thumbs up. Help me again with the algorithms. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. If you are, I love you. Thank you so much for coming back for your reading. Share the video with other Aries or other people you think might have Aries prevalent in their life, or just may resonate with the video or the readings. I'm going to be posting the rest of the signs within the next couple of days. I'm a little late. What can I say? Life keeps getting in the way, and I just go with the flow. I don't really fight it too much. So leave me a comment if you want. I will leave all information in the description box below as to how you can reach me for a personal reading, and we will get you set up. You can either DM me on Instagram, go follow me there. I'm Queen MJ, just Queen MJ, no Queen MJ Tarot. Pretty simple. I'll leave that information in the description box below. My email as well. And yeah, get a hold of me. We'll get you set up. And I think that's it. All right, guys. So I love you. Take good care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Social distance. Wear your fucking mask. Just fucking wear it. Wear the mask. And yeah, love you, Aries. Bye. Hey, Aries again. I'm so sorry. I almost forgot. I said that I wanted to pull a couple cards from Angels of Abundance for you, just because this felt very kind of money-oriented, this reading. And you got 2 cards, so I'm going to read them to you. So the first one that I got for you was windfall of abundance. What did I say? There's money coming, right? An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life's purpose, health, and charitable work. And what did I say earlier, right? We can't control the way the universe brings us what we ask for. We can only be open to receiving and hold space and hold the thought in your head, the vision of exactly what it is that you want. This is part of manifestation. So, and have the courage to ask for and accept help. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it is offered to you. Very often when you ask God for help, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So this is kind of that give and take energy that I was talking about earlier. Know when not to be too proud to ask for help. And also when you reach the point where you get to help someone else in the same way, fucking do so, you know. But I also feel like this is speaking on being open to the way that the universe brings you what it is that you've asked for. You ask for help, you ask God for what it is that you want, and just kind of be open to accepting different forms that it might come into your life. So I'm sorry, I love you guys. I guess see you next time. So this looks really good though. It looks like you've got the bag coming, which we should all be so lucky. So keep at it, watch your communication, you know, reciprocation, give what you expect to receive, and receive. Okay? All right, love you guys. Bye.